Hi, I'm Dr. Dave Janda. Welcome back to the Operation Freedom platform and YouTube channel, as well as our special segment series. Let me tell you something, folks. In my 4 years of medical school, my 5 years of residency, my 1 year of my fellowship, I can tell you the amount of information that Dr. Peter Glidden has delivered in these 6 video presentations we have done on nutritional wellness and support is more information than I received in the 4 years of med school, 5 years of residency, and my fellowship. And many people say, well, why is that the case? And all I have to tell you is, if you look at the major chairs of medicine in medical schools around the country, they tend to be the Pfizer chair of internal medicine, the Searle chair of internal, in other words, pharmaceutical companies. Pharmaceutical companies, Big Pharma, does not want you to have this information, which is why the title of today's presentation is What Big Pharma Will Not Tell You: the 90 Essential Nutrients that the Body Needs to Thrive and Survive. I'm honored to have back with me the person who I believe is the top naturopathic and nutritional wellness expert in the world, Dr. Peter Glidden. Now, a little background on Peter for foundational purposes. He attended Williams College, got his Bachelor of Science degree in pre-medical studies at the University of Massachusetts. He received his doctoral degree in naturopathic medicine from the great Bastyr University in Seattle. He is a member of the American Association of Naturopathic Physicians, and presently he is in private practice of naturopathic medicine and has been licensed to do so since 1992. Now, in addition to his phenomenal work, if you will, in the trenches, as we call it, of taking care of people on the front line of healthcare delivery, Peter is also a phenomenal author. And I encourage you, the foundation of the Janda Medical Library at our home is the 2 books Peter has written. And I suggest you look into them, and I also suggest you get them. They're available on Amazon. Everybody is sick, and I know why, and Attempt a Cure with Holistic Medicine. It is my honor to welcome back Dr. Peter Glidden. Peter, welcome back to the special segment series of the Operation Freedom platform.
Dr. Janda, always a pleasure. So happy to be here.
And to put this information straight right out front, number one, the information in our previous videos that Peter and I have discussed is all available on OperationFreedomHealth.com. The products we discuss are also available on OperationFreedomHealth.com. And full disclosure, purchase of the products does go to support the Operation Freedom platform. As you know, we present these special segments every other week, and we're going to continue to do so because we believe that you're not going to get this information from any other source, including your own physician, who you might see on a very regular basis. If you present this information to your physician on your office visits, I think you'll be surprised about how much more you know about the nutritional aspect of health and wellness than they do. Peter, I want to talk about and address the 90 essential nutrients that the body needs to thrive and survive. Many people believe, Peter, that if they eat a healthy diet, that they will get all the nutrients that they need to allow their bodies to thrive and survive. That's not necessarily the case, is it?
It's not necessarily the case. That one false notion, in my opinion, has killed more people, harmed more people than all world wars combined. It is absolutely positively incorrect. Look, the earth is not flat, right? Childhood labor is not a valid economic necessity. Slavery is a bad idea. Mm-hmm. And the notion that you can get all of the raw materials that the human body needs just from eating food is also a cultural myth. It is absolutely, positively, 100% false, and people just need to snap out of it.
So let's talk about the 90 essential nutrients and the best way that folks can allow their bodies to thrive and survive by getting these 90 essential nutrients.
It's easy to talk about, and before we do it, I just want to underline something because I think it's important. I mean, who made the pharmaceutical industry king in the first place? I mean, right? Why is it that what they say goes? I mean, why is that? Mm-hmm. That's the way that it is. Mm-hmm. And, you know, it's really, I think, a notion and a conversation that smart, intelligent people need to start talking about and thinking about, because the simple fact of the matter is that the pharmaceutical industry, in concert with the American Medical Association, with the money of the Carnegies and the Rockefellers in the early 1900s, exerted a hostile takeover of the development and delivery of medicine, and we have been underneath their monopoly ever since. And that's the reason that the pharmaceutical industry has so much power. They have more lobbying. They're the biggest lobbyer on Capitol Hill. And it's just a ridiculous notion that those people get to say what's what and to pull the strings. And look, thank God for insulin, right?
Correct.
Thank God for lidocaine. Thank God for general anesthesia, a handful of antibiotics. But really, the only thing that can treat a disease as a drug is a ridiculous notion. It's as ridiculous a notion as, well, you can get everything that your body needs from eating food. And, you know, we need to, I think, pause as a culture, just take a breath and look around, man, because this is not right. It's not right that Big Pharma controls everything. And I think it's important that more people like you and I step up to the plate and start speaking our truths. Okay. All right. Now I've gotten that off my chest. Let's talk about the 90. So first things first, an essential nutrient is defined as something that the human body needs but cannot make, right?
Right.
For instance, the body needs cholesterol. It's super important, right? Cholesterol, your 75% of your central nervous system, all your sex hormones, all your steroid hormones, every wall of every cell in the body made from cholesterol. It's pretty important. So important, in fact, that your body makes it. Your body can make cholesterol. Your body can make sugar, for goodness sakes, if it needs to. But an essential nutrient is something that the body needs to function, but it can't make it. Essential nutrients have to be imported into the body. Now, as of May 2019, we are of the opinion, through scientific research and discovery, that there are 90 essential nutrients that the human body needs. Right? Who knows? Tomorrow there might be 91, and right by 2050 there might be 105. Who knows? But right now, 90 essential nutrients. And here's the breakdown. The lion's share of the 90 essential nutrients are minerals. Things like calcium and sulfur and zinc and boron and phosphorus and selenium. Minerals are 66%, 2/3 of your body's nutrient needs. So there are 60 minerals that the human body needs, 16 vitamins. Everybody knows vitamins, vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C, 12 amino acids. Amino acids are the building blocks of proteins, and 2 fatty acids, omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids. Some physicians, researchers, scientists think that omega-9 are also essential nutrients, but that, you know, has not been concluded yet. So right now we've got 90 essential nutrients, 60 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 amino acids, and 2 essential fatty acids. This stuff has to go into the body on a regular basis because your body needs this stuff. And if you become deficient in any of these for a long enough period, something in the body is going to break. And we are of the opinion, rightly so, that all chronic illnesses, let me say it one more time for emphasis, all chronic illnesses are directly related to nutrient deficiencies. This is a very, very, very important consideration.
Well, I can tell you, Peter, that when you first told me that several years ago, I was like, well, okay, but I have this long history of arthritis. So that's probably true for other chronic illnesses, but it's probably not, it's not going to really make much of a difference for what I got, this arthritis that my dad also had, that his father had, right? But to just, well, you painted a positive picture for me. I said, well, I'm just going to try this for a little bit, but it's going to help, but not much. And at the time, I was on a prescription grade anti-inflammatory. I was supplementing it with Motrin. I know, bad stuff. I was supplementing it with arthritis strain Tylenol. Okay, so I'm on it for a week or two, and next thing I know, I'm like, well, I don't know. Maybe it's the weather. I'm feeling pretty good here, but so I dropped out the arthritis strain Tylenol, and I dropped out the Motrin, the ibuprofen, and then I'm saying, I don't notice a difference. So then I dialed back on my prescription grade anti-inflammatory, cut it in half, and then stopped it. I continued to take what you had suggested I do, the Healthy Body Start Pack. And Peter, I was off everything and have been off everything since then. And I'm asymptomatic, right?
Hallelujah, and pass the hat,
yeah,
right?
But Peter, okay, I mean, it's kind of embarrassing. I'm a trained physician, right? Well, and you are as well. And you suggested I do this. And I thought, well, that might be true of other people and other chronic illnesses, but it's not going to be true for me because my dad had arthritis bad. His father had arthritis very bad. And I thought, there's only so much that this can do. And I, for 2 years now, right? And so it's interesting, since we started talking about this and doing these YouTubes, I've been inundated with emails of people saying, I was in the same category and I started this and I did it because Dr. Glidden painted a positive picture, but the same thing happened to me.
Right.
And then I'm also hearing, Peter, that people contact me and say, ever since I started this, other things are happening. I'm losing weight. I'm sleeping better. Again, this is something you hear every day in your practice, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, all the time, every day. It's the best kept secret in the 21st century, no kidding. And one of the reasons, of course, that it is the best kept secret is because of the medical monopoly, because, open-minded, well-intended medical professionals like yourself just have no education, no clinical experience in any of this.
No, none. And that goes on, and that's still today, because my daughter graduated from medical school recently, and she didn't get the nutritional training as well. It's not only true 30 years ago when old man Janda went through it, but it's still true today.
And regretfully, ironically, tragically, it's also starting to happen in the education of a naturopathic doctor, because the naturopathic education, for some reason, over the last, I'm going to say 20 years, has started to list heavily away from naturopathic therapeutics and more towards the pharmaceutical centrist stuff. And it's really bad. So, but here's the deal, right? I mean, look, people are welcome to their opinions, but they're not welcome to their own set of facts. And whether you believe gravity is real or not, if you climb to the roof of your house and you jump off, you're going to fall. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. Regardless of what you believe.
Very true.
So regardless of what you believe, the concept of essential nutrients helping the human body is a real thing. It's a fact. It's academic. I don't care whether you believe it or not. Mm-hmm. So, and the only reason, honestly, that my profession exists in, such a hostile political climate is because we get results. Right. We don't get results 100% of the time, but we get really good results most of the time, because what we're talking about is academic fact, academic truth. We were lucky enough to be kind of the front lines of this. We're the people that discovered this. We're the people that have applied it clinically, and now we're the people that are talking about it. So, we're like, Alexander Graham Bell, right? We discovered the telephone, and pretty soon everybody in the world can't live without a telephone. This is the beginning of a huge movement here across the world, because it works, and it's often remarkable the results that people get.
What I also find remarkable, Peter, is you have at your fingertips many expensive products that can be utilized for people to get their 90 essential nutrients to allow their body to thrive and survive. Yet you don't go with those super expensive supplements. You, in fact, are a big supporter, and tell me if I'm wrong, big supporter, and have found great results with what we have on the site, OperationFreedomHealth.com, the stuff that I took, the Healthy Body Start Pack. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's 100% correct. And, nutritional supplements are like chicken soup. It's the recipe that's everything, right? I mean, all wine came from grapes, but there's a pretty big difference from bottle to bottle, depending on too many variables, right? Mm-hmm. It's the same with nutritional supplements. So the nutritional supplements that I recommend, the nutritional supplements that you took, the stuff that we advocate people to use on the website is made by Youngevity. And in my clinical experience of 30 years, those nutritional supplements produce more consistent better, remarkable results than anything else I've used. And I've used stuff that you've never even heard of, because there's hundreds of companies that make nutraceuticals and they only sell to naturopathic doctors, right? You can't even get that over the counter. Right. This Youngevity stuff is better than that in my clinical experience. And also, we got to give credit where credit is due here. And, I'm a big proponent of being fair and giving credit where credit is due. Right. I learned all of this from the founder of Youngevity, my colleague and mentor for 10 years, Dr. Joel Wallach. It was his research, which was a $25 million 10-year study that was conducted from the mid-'70s to the mid-'80s. His research that was the foundation for all of this knowledge is in the Smithsonian Institution, for goodness sakes. It's a national treasure. And that's where it came from. And Dr. Wallach really was the shepherd of all of this. And he set Youngevity up in order to deliver these products to, a sick and suffering world. And there's one aspect I'd like to touch on here because it's important. Wallach made the decision on purpose to sell his nutritional supplements in a network marketing model. Why did he do that? Well, he did that because he was working at Yerkes Primate Research Center, where he discovered the cause and the cure for cystic fibrosis, and he was fired and blackballed from the academic community because they didn't want anything to do with any of that back in the day, for goodness sakes, right? So Wallach had direct professional personal experience that the front door of medicine was guarded by Big Pharma. Right. So he decided on purpose to sell his nutritional supplement, life-changing, the 90 essential nutrient stuff, in a network marketing format in order to help people afford to pay for the supplements,
to keep the cost,
your medical insurance isn't going to pay for this.
Right, to keep the cost down.
So if you take the Youngevity supplements and you like the way that they make you feel, and even if you don't talk about it, people in your life are going to see the difference. And they're going to say, hey, Charlie, what's up? I mean, you've lost weight. What are you doing? You look a lot better. You're not hobbling around like you used to. People are going to tell their friends and family members what they're doing. So inside of the Youngevity network marketing business, if you just tell a handful of people about your experience and they start to get the supplements, you can get your stuff for free. Maybe even make a couple of extra bucks a month. And a lot of people are doing that. And it was brilliant. As far as Wallach is concerned.
Because many people, Peter, say, well, I really like to take supplements, but I find they're too expensive. Yeah. Well, the first question is, how expensive is having your health? And because I'm able to do many more things that I could not do just 2 years ago, right? And I'm older now, and I'm doing more. And the only thing I changed was this. And the second thing is that the way that they have it as far as purchasing product, you actually reduce your costs than just going to these huge expense with other supplements.
Yeah, if you were to take, for instance, the flagship products that deliver the 90 essential nutrients is called the Healthy Body Start Pack. Right. It's 3 separate supplements. It's a multivitamin, multi-mineral, antioxidant powder, nutritional supplement, a liquid calcium supplement, and an essential fatty acid supplement. Now, if you were to take all of the individual nutrients and botanical medicines and concentrated food products that are in these 3 products, and you were to try to piecemeal that at a health food store,
yes,
it would end up costing, and I ran these numbers 5 years ago, it would end up costing you over $400 a month. And you'd have to take, just a boatload of stuff that would be unrealistic and pragmatically impossible. Who can swallow that many pills a day? Nobody.
Right. No, right.
But the way that Youngevity set it up through their recipes, right, and their formulations based on Dr. Wallach's experience, make it easy. Yeah. And extremely affordable. And what the heck, if you turn other people in your life onto it, you get your stuff for free. And that's a really big consideration. And I want people in the listening audience to think about this for a minute, because, we are in the business of opening up the curtains and giving people eureka experiences, right? Access to things that I didn't think about it that way before, but that's absolutely right. So most people spend hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on medical insurance every month, right? Medical
Correct.
insurance premium.
Oh, yes.
Now, what does medical insurance do for your health?
Not a thing.
It doesn't do anything.
Not a thing.
It gives you access to medical therapeutics, which are 100% pharmaceutical and surgical based, the intention of which is simply to manage your condition.
Right.
So while people have been under the tutelage and the care of conventional medical doctors paying handily every month for medical insurance premiums, they got sick.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they got sick, the medical therapeutics that their insurance gave them access to did not intend to cure the condition. And this is insanity. But that's what we've gotten used to.
So Peter, call to action for our viewers. Let's say they say, hey, look, I want to get these 90 essential nutrients. Tell me how to do it. Boom.
OperationFreedomHealth.com. Buy one Healthy Body Start Pack and one bottle of plant-derived minerals. That's a little extra icing on the top. One Healthy Body Start Pack 2.0, and one bottle of plant-derived minerals. That's it. That's 4 products. Get those. Take those every month. Also, eliminate. There's 12 foods that you need to eliminate. We've got that information on Operation Freedom Health as well. So clean up your diet. Eliminate those 12 bad foods. Get the Healthy Body Start Pack, the plant-derived minerals, one of each. Take it for 30 days in a row, and then look to see how you feel. And this is like never fail fudge. You're going to feel a positive difference when you put this stuff into your body, because it will be arguably the first time in your life, that your body has had all of the raw materials that it needs to manage its affairs. Mm-hmm. And, that's a game changer.
So OperationFreedomHealth.com. So at the top of the page, if you go to the top of the page, we have a little icon up there that says 12 bad foods to avoid. Hit that, and you can watch that video. Plus all the other videos Peter and I have done are all listed on OperationFreedomHealth.com, including the products. Peter, I'd like to thank you for everything you have done, are doing, and will do. You're an incredible resource for everyone willing to listen, which is frustrating sometimes to bring people to the trough and then not have them drink and then wonder why they're not doing better. But
well, you know what they say, that history doesn't repeat itself, it rhymes, right?
Right.
If the story's true, not everybody got on Noah's Ark, and more's the pity.
Right.
We're in a similar situation right now. So listen, folks, for goodness sakes, take a chance. Get the 90 essential nutrients and see for yourself whether or not we're speaking the truth. You don't know what you're missing.
Peter, I'd like to thank you again for everything you have done, are doing, and will do. Folks, we'll be back. We do this every other week with our special segments with Dr. Peter Glidden. You can join us at OperationFreedomHealth.com. All the information is there for you, and on different ailment, different conditions, and as well as the products. Again, thank you, Peter, and thank you, folks, for your time. Until next time, Dave Janda signing off. Dream big and dare to fail.